So a lot of you think my Tesla has a weight problem, and it's because of that thing. I'm going to show you that lift a little bit later on, but let's talk about everyone's concern about the roof rack only holding 165 pounds. Is it going to collapse my car? Am I going to crush the roof of my car? Let's talk about it. But first, this lift right here. I got the rooftop tent right up top here. Rooftop tent up top. Say that 10 times fast. It's a really cool system. It was available on Amazon when I saw it. I ended up finding it was a used one that someone had on Facebook Marketplace. This is normally $250. I got it for 150 bucks. And I think it's a good deal because what's really cool is this locks it in place so it's not going to come down. But then you move that out of the way, you hook this here, you put a drill to this end, and it lowers it right down, right to the car once the car is lined up for it. And I have it up here with the roof bars on still. I haven't figured out the best way to mount this yet because I'm not a fan of this hardware, and I think I have a fix for that, and I'll show you that later on at the end of the video. But let me show you how this works. It's pretty cool. So first thing you do, you get your hook, pop this out of the way, take your drill, or you can do it by hand. It comes with a hand crank, but there's no way I'm doing that. Make sure you get it on there. I like putting it on 1 instead of 2. Well, actually 2 is fine, lowering it, but you need the torque of 1 on your drill or the high torque. And then you just put it in forward or reverse and I think it's pretty cool. And then once I back the car all the way up, center it over there, I'm able to move it back and forth because it sways. And then I'll be able to line it up once I put the pins on the car right up there and drop it right down. But I'm not a fan of the, like I said, I'm not a fan of the way this attaches to the roof bars. But you're concerned about the weight. So let's talk about the weight. And first of all, thank you for your concerns about the weight, because it does say on Tesla's website 165 pounds is what the rating is for these. But that's in the middle. That is the load rating. They used to post the static load rating as well. They don't do it on the Model Y right now, but I'm not sure why. But if you look at the Model 3, it says 150 pounds for these, which is 10% less, but it does show the static loading rate of the Model 3, and that is 495 pounds, basically 500 pounds. So if we factor in the 10% difference between the Y and the 3 with these, then the 500 is actually 550 pounds on the Model Y. So you can have dispersed 550 pounds. It doesn't say on Tesla's website on the Model 3 that the Model 3 can hold 4 times its body weight on the roof and the structure, and that's equivalent to 2 African elephants, full-grown African elephants. What are you guys saying? I know I gotta go on a diet, I gotta work out, but I think that was a fat joke that was implied. So this is being dispersed between these 4 points. There's four corners that are attached to the 2 bars expanding out, so this 135-pound tent is supported in 4 different spots. Not an issue driving around just normally, and I get what you're saying. You know, Brian, you're a big dude. I'm 200 pounds, a little over 200 pounds, and along with the weight of that tent, I'm still under the 550. Even with my wife or my kid with me, we're still under the 550 pounds. But I've got a little fix for that as well. You've all seen these little jack pads. I got these from one of the guys who sends me a bunch of parts, and I'll have that link down below. This is on Amazon. These are really cheap. But what's really cool about this is when I stop at a campsite and I'm opening this up, or wherever I'm at, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to sleep in there. These points are kind of far in, and yes, that would be a concern. If I take these and wedge it in between here, this buckle's kind of in the way of this one, but I can move it farther back. That's going to give it a little bit more support towards the outside. That's going to transfer some of the weight right over top out here. So now it's going to be supported in 8 spots, kind of, not really supported in 8 spots. I'm kind of fudging that a little bit, but each spot of load on the bars is now spread out. So now there's basically 8 points. And then when I'm going to be traveling down the road when it's up like this, I don't need these on there because they'll probably fall off and these would be bad to hit someone's car. Because the tent's only 135 pounds by itself. I think we're good. So thanks for the concern about the weight. I'm not going to have an issue. I'm well under the 550 pounds. And by the way, that rack can hold 250 pounds, so I'm good with that as well. It's got 10 lag bolts on each bar. Oh, you can't even see those up there, can you? Up top here, these bars going this way have 10 lag bolts into rafters up there. That ain't going anywhere. And like I said before, the other thing I don't like is the way this attaches. The bars are nice and round, but this is just a flat piece. So what I'm gonna do is I bought these pieces here from Yakima because Yakima makes this roof rack. Tesla doesn't make it, so I bought this from Yakima. It's not perfect for this because there's nothing really you can buy on Yakima's website for this exact roof rack. They don't sell actual parts for it because they just make them for Tesla. So what I bought is this piece right here. This will wrap over top of it, give a flat surface on the top of this bar, which is really good. There is one hole here, so I'll be able to use one of these mounting pieces with the stainless steel hardware. Awesome. I'll just put a washer on the end, and I'll probably get a double nut system because I don't like these nuts have plastic inside the lines. It's a locking nut. Over time that can wear out or get too hot in the sun and the heat, and that can fail. So I'm gonna get 2 nuts, and if you squeeze them, if you squeeze your nuts together, they hold really nice and tight. Gosh, that's bad. So this will fit. Unfortunately, this fits towards the front. I wish this did, because then that'd be more aerodynamic, but that's all right. There's not much problem here. This will fit on here. I'll swing this exactly where this piece is at. This will still be pitched at an angle because the bars come down a little bit, but I'll have a nice solid surface, nice solid area to mount, have the mounting hardware there. It won't be aluminum to aluminum, it'll be aluminum to plastic, and that'll fit right in like that, bolt it down, and Bob's your uncle. Unless you don't have an uncle named Bob, then he's just a stranger. This is really cool. These weren't very expensive. So if you're planning on doing this, if you're planning on getting a tent, or you plan on getting anything to attach to the roof like this, or that has hardware that you don't like, I recommend these. I'll have the link down below for those. Not that too many people are gonna do this, but hey, if you do, let's go camping. Because my whole goal with this is to get people involved in some camping with their car, whether it's their Model Y or, just enjoying the outside. Because, I think this COVID stuff's going to hang around a little bit, and people aren't going to be allowed to travel too many places in the next year or so. And then guess what? The Cybertruck comes out, and then that's when a lot of people are excited about camping. A lot of going adventures and going off-roading and things like that. And we can get large groups together and take off and go different places. And, the bigger version of this is the Condor, but they make a Condor XL, which is, when it's fully open, it's like the size of a king-size bed. That would fit perfectly on top of a Cybertruck, and we can go do some things. That thing's going to be way more capable, and you'll be able to help charge my car up when I run out of juice, because you guys have a bigger battery than mine. Because I'm not getting a Cybertruck. Really, I'm excited to do something different instead of just parts on the car. Road trip here. Great, here's another supercharger. No, I'm going to be doing some crazy things, sleeping in my car. Hey, if the world goes crazy and I don't have and something happens to the house, I got a house on top of my car. I could live out of the car, but how am I going to make the car payment? Where's my address going to be? How do people do that? If they live transient, what address do you use? How do you apply for things? So again, hopefully that answers everyone's concerns. Thank you for being concerned. I am planning my first camping trip here shortly. Probably the beginning of April, I'm going to be taking off and going up to Hickory with obviously the Model Y. And that's the only Tesla we own right now. We just sold Karen's Model X in preparation for the Model S. Hopefully that comes in soon. Tesla, if anybody's watching, Tesla, hey, can I get a VIN number for mine? My Model S long range? That'd be great. Maybe we can, all these ones popping around different cities. There was one just in Charlotte here. Maybe we can drop off a white one, long range, white interior. I'd be okay with that. Just give me a VIN number, because I'm out of a car now. Thanks for watching. You're on the tent, by the way. That's why you're swaying. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. Stay positive. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.